All right, there we are. And I just realized too, guys, I need to turn my lights on. So what's going on, everyone? We're gonna take our time and go through some charts. Wait, that's a little better. There we go. That's better. Check. Oh, I'm not used to this. I'm not used to this setup here for the crypto channel, guys. But we're back. I haven't been on for a minute. My accounts have just been sitting there. Every trade I've taken so far, I've taken on stream. So I've completely transparently traded this portfolio. One thing you'll notice right away how patient I've been with it all, and just let it all be. And we're up. We're up 25% right now. And meanwhile, I'm not really doing anything. Price has been dipping this past week, and I've just been sitting here on my hands. So figuratively, not literally, guys. My fingers are on the charts and my eyes are on the charts, but meanwhile my portfolio has stayed intact. Nothing has changed. Let's see, how does this look? I think that's good right there. So let's just quick review on my portfolio. I'm just mostly holding Bitcoin and ETH right now. Where are my charts? Right here? Okay. So right now, if we go to my we're already on my portfolio, we can see my biggest holdings are US dollars, guys, a lot of dry powder, Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, and Solana. So as of right now, I think my subscription, it looks like 3commas has dropped my subscription down, and it auto closed some of my grid bots. I was really confused on why they closed, and I actually did the support chat here, and I noticed that at first I thought it was just because they hit the limits, but I was like, I knew it wasn't right, and really it's because my subscription model got dropped down. And this is a separate account, so I have a personal account, and this is an account that I'm just using for the stream. So what we might end up having to do at some point is switch over to Kraken, right? Is that I don't even remember what's my exchange. I've been trading it on I'm pretty sure it's Kraken, or is it Gemini? Yep, Kraken. Okay, so Kraken is the one that I'm using for my public portfolio here. The other one I have is Gemini right now. So of the my centralized exchanges. So what I want to do is just look for my next trades, and I need to set targets on XRP and Bitcoin. So right now we have smart trades. Okay, so I'm still holding open positions. The one that's open, okay, so these two are just runners now. It's just tiny little bit that I'm holding as a runner. And you know what? I'm just going to call these done because it's just a little bit of a runner left. Not very much money. $50 and $17, which I know that sounds ridiculously small, but this is real risk management. This is how I've built my portfolios over and over again in the past 8 years. 2017, and it's 25. So what is that, 6 years of actively trading? I started really actively trading in 2019. So yeah, 8 years. I've been doing it this way, and that's built me 6-figure portfolios more than once. So I trade safe, small size. It should feel like it's too small and that you need to add more, and that's the right feeling to have. So I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'm going to go ahead and I'll just take a screenshot to have it in my journal. So, which I can always link to these trades here. So first things first, I'm going to open up my trade journal real quick, and then I'll flip it over to the trade journal screen. Crypto trade log 2025. I haven't been the best with my trade log, but we make it work. So here it is. All right, so first one was, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this here. Oh, snap. Okay. I got to do it the way we're doing it right now. It's the way we got to do it. We do it live. Okay, here we go. This works. Okay, so here's my trade log. The first screenshot was of Tron, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that in. I already counted it as a win because it's just the runner now, so that's good. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw a screenshot in here so that I make sure no matter what I always have a documentation of it. I can always look at the screenshot and I'm gonna put it in the cell. All right, so that one we're just holding a runner. I already marked down what I took P&L wise. The runner we just hold. So now what I'm going to do is go here and close that trade. Well, we'll do them both at the same time. So the next one's going to be XRP. Now on XRP, it's a $50 runner, so that's a little bit better. And we can see here TP1 and TP2 hit. The rest is the runner. $50 for this portfolio is actually a decent size. That is what, 1% of the portfolio? Yeah, 1% locked into an asset that now I'm holding as a runner, maybe even multiple years as this account builds. So really, this is becoming this is becoming a long-term. It's a runner, but it's really just part of the portfolio now, and it's going to make up the balance as XRP goes up and down. So will my account, at least this 1% of my account now is dictated to XRP, and this is actually profits from the trade, right? So I'm holding profits as a runner. So let's go ahead and okay, we did Tron, so now XRP. I know I already did it. I'm just going to make sure. Take that and go over to my trade log. I'm going to put this in right here. Maybe I should whatever, we'll go with the circle for now. I haven't edited my layout for quite a while on the crypto channel. I was thinking that maybe it would look better without the mask on the video. Let's see, actually I'm going to try it. I kind of like that. I think that works. So I'll just do it smaller. Yeah. I like that. You can see my hand. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the trade log. So this one, let's see, we got Tron and we got XRP. There's the XRP. So same thing, I'm just going to put in the screenshot right here. And now what we're going to do, and the coolest thing is now that I'm documenting everything on video, I can always come back to my video, my YouTube channel, and see what I did. So now what I'm going to do is close these positions. We have XRP, we have Tron. The Solana one is still open. And my stop is at break even on Solana, so that's locked in place. And we're going to just go ahead and click these three dots and hit cancel. Cancel the 3commas trade. All unfilled orders, buy and sales for already filled orders will be saved on your exchange account. Yep. There we go, canceled and canceled. So those are locked in, 2 winning trades. Holding the Solana. I could even trail the runner on that one. But so really guys, what I want to do now is hit the charts. So let's just do it. So positions closed. Those are done. Also, I forgot the grid bot is also done. So the only grid bot running now is the ETH. So this grid bot right here is done. So I need to put the P&L there. Okay, so before we take new trades, let's finish our last ones and finish them strong. Let's journal them. Crucial, this has been foundation of my success, is journaling one trade to the next and seeing my progress. So we're going to go to grid bot. And I don't know what it saved here. Let's go to non-active or closed. Yep. And look at that. $119. Oh wait, 119 and XRP was 359 total. Okay, so 119 on the BTC grid bot right here. 119, which percentage wise was down here 7.99%. Average daily 0.5%. No. 0.4% up daily. That cannot be right. Otherwise, it'd be more than 8% RI. Is that? Huh. I don't really know. 7.99. I'm just going to go with what it says. I can always go back and look at this. 7.99%. And then on ETH, I didn't do that on the right one, did I? That one goes there. I don't know what this P&L, I have no clue what that total is there. That's the sum of these losing trades. Okay, right there. Nope. And you go back a few more. There we go. And then right here is the sum of my winning trades. Okay, and then we have, what else is closed? The XRP position. So that was 359 and 34%. That's really good. 360 pretty much. So going back to my trade log, we have 360. Where is it? Am I crazy? Did I not journal it? Did I not journal when I started it? Well, luckily I have all the... So it's been trading 5 months and 17 days. So it would be all the way back here. Is it this one? Yeah, that's it. Grid bot right there. Okay. So 349, is that what I said? 360. 360. And so that was just set it and forget it, guys. I know it doesn't sound like a lot of money, but I didn't start this portfolio with a lot of money. I started with only 4,000 bucks, which, I mean, isn't nothing. So that was 34% gains in that position. Okay. Good to color it green. And this ETH grid bot is still running right now. And this is where I add it to the grid bot and add it to the BTC grid bot. Okay, so this one right here is supposed to be up here, which it pretty much is 120 and 8%. Yeah, so I already did the BTC one. Okay, so let's not do it twice. And then ETH is still running. All right, we're Gucci. All right, good enough for now. Most of this was just tracking my progress of how much exposure I have. Last check-ins here, last time I managed anything was a month ago, and I add it to BTC and I add it to ETH, but then this is when they dropped my subscription down, and it closed those bots for me automatically. I did not close those myself. It closed them because they dropped my subscription level down because they're giving me a free account. I guess not as much anymore. So time to look for trades. And where's my crypto? Here we go. Here it is. So I briefly looked through this watch list, and I guess I'm just still mostly interested in higher market cap coins. So I didn't prepare any charts before the stream, which sounds nice, but we're just going to look at them briefly, and this way I'm documenting my entire process and holding myself accountable. So this is a weekly chart. We have I'm just going to delete these. Okay, I'm going to delete this indicator. VWAP 2. Okay, there we go. Just the visible range volume profile here on the side. So a lot of volume down here. I would definitely be okay with scooping some very discounted Cardano. Cardano is something I expect to stay around and continue to do well. So I don't know anything more about the fundamentals, really, to be honest. It's just, I mean, I actually have never liked Cardano. I'm going to be honest about that for multiple reasons. It's just not something I favored when there's other stuff out there. So I'm going to just start drawing things on here. Let me, wait. Okay, so I'm looking at this high volume node down here. I'm looking at this support. So this is a weekly chart. So I'm going to actually stay a little more closer to the current price action and draw my zones from here. So right there, we have that. I'm going to actually make it a little bit darker. Right there. So there's one. Again, this is a weekly time frame. And I'm just going to put the top there. Something like this. And I mean, I can't help but see this. Yeah. We're breaking down below that little bottom right there, and we have this other little top up there. So these I'm going to do with these lines here. So this is a weekly. This is my weekly chart. Now let's go down to the daily and start to clean it all up. You know, okay, so that's like a breaker bar right there. I'm just, not breaker bar, order block. These are all just wicks. I'm going to make that a little bit fainter since it's just wicks. Same thing with this box. Okay. And daily, I don't really see much else. I mean, yeah, it held right there. This I could maybe argue changing it slightly. I might just be keen to just draw a box right here. Yeah, same thing, because that's a little order block right there. Okay, I'm going to set alerts down here. I would maybe even set limit orders down here. I would look at this from right here. I would take something like that. If this bounced down or start to respond here, then I would potentially have a better stop loss like that. This I like. If we reclaimed right here, I could also argue perhaps something like this. I don't know. If everything's looking good, if Bitcoin's looking good. Right now, Bitcoin is at potential support, but it's showing a lot of weakness. I guess we'll look at Bitcoin in a second. I'm just going to go down. We're going down in alphabetical order. So that's the daily. I mean, I don't really need to go. I could do like the 12 hours sometimes. Let's see if the 4 hours any cleaner. I mean, this is definitely on the 4 hour. If this isn't reclaimed here, I could see further downside. Yeah, I like the 4 hours still looks fine on this. I'm going to leave it just like that. I'm not shorting. Let's go to Atom. I'm going to hit save. And we're going to go out to the weekly. Okay, so I had this consolidation drawn here. And guess what? I'm looking for a breakout here, guys. I'm just going to... Yep, I mean, we could go down. Maybe it's a little bit cleaner on a lower time frame. It's about the same. 4 hour. It's tempting to take longs from down here, but I'd rather wait for the breakout. It is pretty tempting, though. I just think it could, if Bitcoin capitulates a little bit, this would wick out. Oops. It's tempting, though. Take a long from here with the stop down there. I guess I'd rather take the breakout. I wouldn't be opposed to like holding something or to even turn a grid bot on in this range with low size. Ooh, I like that. I really do like that idea, guys. We're going to turn a grid bot on here and see how it does. We'll keep it low size. ETH. I'm just going to leave that because, well, that last chart here, let me set alerts. If we get the breakout of that consolidation, I definitely want to take a potential breakout trade up here. Out of curiosity, I'll be interested to see if it goes below this range. And then moving on to ETH. Let's hit save. Moving on to ETH. Weekly chart. So this is a really interesting place. Maybe I add to my grid bot. If we go below this though, I don't like it. I'm not happy. Not a happy camper. I mean, really, I don't know. I'm going to draw it like that. That is a weekly though. Let's drop it down to the daily. I'm just going to leave it like that. I don't mind it. At least I know this is a big zone down there. It has been support multiple times. So, I mean, I could argue taking a bounce here. Something like that. Let's go down to the 4 hour. I would want to wait to see what this is doing. Back to the daily. This looks like a good place for a bot, but if that breaks down, it's not pretty. Is there any... It could just be a slick. How big of a range is that? If I did it like this, that's 15% to the downside and 30% to the top. So that's pretty volatile. Like even that right there, 6%. Man, I kind of like that. I would just want it to be a small position size. Maybe I just take it as a swing trade. Let's go to Bitcoin. I should have done Bitcoin first. I guess I've already just been staring at the Bitcoin chart so much. So, weekly support. I don't know. Let's go down to the daily. Next levels are down here. Look at this. How old is that? That's crazy. That is ridiculous. Or whatever, the other ones are a little bit closer. So actually back on the weekly, I'm going to see a couple levels here. And then down here. I don't know. I'm just going to keep it a little bit vaguer. Do something like that. What's important is like the idea and seeing how it reacts once we get down here. If it starts making market structure or whatever. I mean, that would be crazy. But Bitcoin, I just always expect it to do the unexpectable, right? For now, though, I'm going to leave it like that. That's the weekly. And I mean, we could see this area down there, but I'm going to leave it like that for now. Go for the bigger range. And right now, yeah, this either bounces or I could see it moving down to here. Once we start closing below this area, I mean, I think there is room all the way down. Do I think it's going to go down there? No. But it could. If we do a fib from these lows to these highs. Oh, wait. Template, standard white. There we go. Boom. I'm just going to put that as a yellow. Keep it simple for now. That would be, oh look, that does match up with that. That matches up with the point of control here. I might want to wait right here. It's like at this point. Okay, sorry. All right, so this is a good buy zone here. It's crazy to think if Bitcoin comes down here, everyone's going to be fudding it so much. So I'm just going to put a alert there. Everyone would be fudding that like crazy. All right, let's go to the 4 hour and just zoom in and see what it's doing right now. I mean, I could see. It's a nice choppy range here. I haven't done any crypto day trading. I mean, not in a long time. Out of curiosity, let's see this on the 15-minute. Look at that. Man, I bet we could get into some crypto day trading. Let's just. Oh wait, let's go to the 4 hour again. That'd be fun to do a little day trading. I don't have enough capital really. Like in this account, I would need more capital to really make it worthwhile with the fees and stuff. But it can still do little moves. That's why the swings are better. Don't need as much capital. I like that. And then zones. Huh. Maybe we do some day trading, guys. That kind of makes me excited, but I'd want to do really small position size. That's a little consolidation. I kind of want to end up taking a trade on there. So let's see, what would position sizes look like? Let's say we made a break. Well, I'm not going to short. I don't like this as much for the long right now, but if it did start to break out. Yo, session flow, what's good? If I end up taking out something like this, what would my position sizing be? Let's see if my stop would ended up being down here, even like right there. I could manually close it if it starts to trade back down. And my next TP would be up here. So what would this look like? This is why I don't day trade crypto, or one of the reasons, because you need leverage, like for trading Bitcoin here, like to have any sort of sizing on this. So if I'm risking 0.94, so really 1%, it'd be like my whole portfolio right now on this account, this whole account, to take a $50 trade. So what I'm going to have to do is take like a $20 trade. If I use $2,000, yeah, that's risking 20 bucks to make like 20 bucks, and then there's fees. So I can do that though. I can start stacking up those base hits, and that's how you slowly build with what you have. The other way is to go for bigger targets too. I can hold runners and whatnot. I can start stacking some Bitcoin. I mean, that's not a crazy target. This isn't a crazy target. So that's still 3R, makes 60 bucks, risking 20. So it's doable. It would be better if I have more account balance in there, and I don't really want to add to it. I just want to keep it on the same and keep my other accounts trading how they're trading. So instead of pulling from one of the other ones, I'd rather just kind of leave this account here, because how cool would it be taking this? Okay, we start with 4,000. It's at 5,000 now. And if I stick with it, I haven't really been trading this account since I lost the sponsorship, but to keep this growing, I think would be worthwhile. You do any trading this week session? Yeah, I like that. TP1. I mean, no, really, TP1 should be there. And then TP2. How about that? I gotta make these a little darker, huh? Since I'm not shorting, that would be my only possibility there for that breakout. I don't really like that it already faked out once. Like, I would then want to see it close above that. Right now we're seeing it reject it. Taking it from the bottom of this range doesn't really sound fun either. That is a play I could do though, but I would expect it to fake out again. So if I took this from right here, yo, what up, 10K views? Like, I could see it faking out down there like that. So I don't really want to take a long from down at the bottom of this range, because if I have my stop here, I could easily see it wicking it down. You took a few on the way to having another 50K PA, TPT, PA, nice. Heck yeah, daily payouts. Yep. That's one idea. I'm just going to put an alert here. This is low time frame, so this could happen at any time. I don't think I'm going to take it, but it is cool that it's low time frame and get to see some results quickly. Yeah, look at that 4-hour rejection. On the lower time frame, it looks like a... Yeah, okay, so I might prefer the breakout of... I like this hourly chart better, and you know what? I'm going to do something. I'm going to draw this line. Right there. So I like that better. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, because especially looking at the 4-hour, maybe I'll delete that top line. Yeah, a 4-hour close above would be nice, but the 4-hour did already close above that. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna remind myself that on the lower time frames here on the hourly, we did have that candle close up there, so I'd maybe want an hourly close right here before trying to take that long. You trade meme coins only. Nice. What meme coins are you looking at? I was, before the stream, I was looking at Turbo. I still want to look at it versus ETH. Why isn't it showing? That's weird. Three more trading days if I'm trading how I have been. If I have a bad day, loser 4 days, so shooting for 3. Yep, and losers are going to happen. Just don't react. If you have that loser, it's all part of it. It's all part of it. Okay, so you're saying Aster. Let's check it out. Ooh. Oh, here's a this is a new one. This is a freshie. Chart is a little scary. That looks so scary. I don't know anything about it. And I don't want to affect your idea or something because I don't know anything about it. I'm just seeing this. Nice session flow. Yeah, I love the straight to fund it, and to know that it's like you're working towards that payout. You don't trade differently, right? And you don't need to trade differently anyways with the evals, but most people do trade the evals differently. I trade the evals differently, and it doesn't really make sense to not trade at the best possible that you can always. And that's one thing that I've noticed the difference of prop firms and personal account. It's like I'm way more hesitant to take a trade in my personal account. Okay, well, I'm not going to look at this one anymore. Not enough liquidity or anything really for me here. But yeah, that's also like meme coins, like real meme coins, like shit coins, I would probably trade on a DEX, and I'm not going to be trading them on a centralized exchange anyways, because not a clean chart like that. But really, I mean, I'd rather stick with the bigger coins right now. So you know what? Also, a good point about this Bitcoin idea here. This could form my bias where instead of taking this, oh, it's a CZ coin. Okay. CZ is back, baby. CZ is back. Did you see that? Did you see that Sam Bankman-Fried tweet it? So this could also form my bias for the altcoin. So just because this breaks out, maybe I don't take it on Bitcoin, but maybe I'm going to actually set another alert. I'm going to set another alert, and maybe this forms my bias to take some altcoins. Maybe that's when I go to Tron or XRP or whatever it is and do the thing. Yeah, I was like, are we gonna do this again? I didn't look into it anymore, like why he was able to tweet or what the deal is. But he's probably living his best life wherever he is. Like I can't help. I have no clue. But I imagine that he's in like a luxury situation. But I mean, I've seen pictures of him in jail, so I think he is in prison or whatever. So I mean, XRP is kind of, man, if XRP shows strength, I would maybe just nab this. But I bet he still has so much money. I just can't, maybe not, but his family already has money and stuff, so probably that he's living large. Considering that he's like one of the worst criminals ever. Like, well, not worse in like a violent way, but you know what I mean. Financial criminals. And look at this big wiki zone here. Yeah. Oh, this is an hourly chart. So confused. I don't really mean to be on the hourly on that. I normally don't look at the hourly. Yeah. I mean, this is a bottoming area. It looks super scary though. Here's what I expect when I see a chart like this. Right? That's like a classic Bitcoin death pattern right there. The bouncy ball of death. Can't unsee that. However, I can still see the potential. If we're talking scalps or day trades and Bitcoin breaks that range and I get one of those alerts, I could see taking something like this. And this is a more appropriate size, something like that. And that's a daily chart, so this could still be a week-long trade or something. But so if Bitcoin's looking bullish, then this is, let's just say the stop loss is 5%. So that ups a lot. So I have like $2,700 of capital of dry powder in my account here. So I could do, just as an example, well, what's 5% of 5% of 2,000 is $100 risk. So I could use $1,000, do a $50 risk to make maybe whatever I end up TPing at. TP1 there. And TP2. Up here or something. I mean, I could keep it. Yeah, and then a runner. Like that. Keep it simple. You know what? Let's just do this. Something like that. Or this will be a runner. So I'm just going to say like that. Quickest impulse move. Right there. Catch 1R. So normally I'd kind of be targeting more this range high and then this. But I'm kind of feeling like trying to do it more as like a day trade. Something that could happen in a day potentially. So if Bitcoin is looking good, I could see taking this. However, meanwhile, look what I just drew on the chart. So I would want to take aggressive. So maybe 75% here. Maybe 15% here. 20. 15. TP2. Wait, what? There it is. TP1. Okay, so I'm using my $5,000 portfolio that we grew from 4,000 and risking accordingly. So $5,000 times 0.01 is $50 risk, doing a 1% risk per trade. Dude, Lito posted a funny Sam Bankman-Fried meme of him like waking up with the bars in front. Let's see, is that in the channel? Otherwise, I mean, shoot. I kind of would want to see a move down here. tag these lows. I'm gonna go ahead and set an alert here too. And we can just turn off this alert. Sweet, there it is. Just like that. That was a good trade, right? We hit TP1, TP2, and we're holding the runner still. So just to review that, if you're just popping in, that trade was taken. I have those, I left that there. If I can find it. What is it? Close smart trades. History. So they don't show right because I had to cancel them to get out. So that was this trade right here. We can see buy step 2, buy step 3, buy step 4. So I had 4 fills. Oh no, one of these didn't work. So I had 3 fills, and we can see right here finished TP1 and TP2. $156, $105. TP3, $18, and now I'm holding. Oh no, that's the one that I'm still holding. Not $18, sorry, 18 XRP. So, this is set there at $5, but I just put that random target just to hold that as a runner. And generally, what I do on the smart trades is I just have that as a, so it activates a runner like 5% under it. But I actually prefer just to hold that. I'm building a portfolio with these runners. So it's not really a traditional runner. It's more of a long-term hold at that point. So just taking some of my profit and keeping it as an investment. I mean, I could also take it as profit and put it in my bank or something like that, or whatever it is, compound it into stocks or something like that. So that's another way to do it. I'm just holding crypto though. So taking a little of that cream off the top and putting it aside. Okay, back to the chart, which I think I'm about done. I mean, I came up with some ideas. I was thinking about turning a grid bot on Atom, but it's not really something, I guess I've done it on these altcoins like this. If just Bitcoin tanks here, I could see this making a pretty big move down, but I wouldn't be too worried with the amount I would use on it. But then I wouldn't have capital to make swing trades. Yeah, 20% downside and 29% upside. So that's a pretty decent range. Or 15% downside. Let's just round it down in that situation, because maybe I'd set it a little bit tighter like this. 15%. So how much would I be using there if I did $500 times 0.15, risking $75 at those lows? If it keeps going down, I'd be risking hundreds of dollars, but that's not bad at all. And if as every percent, if I set my grid at like 5% or 2%, 3%, I don't even know what to do. Let's do 3%. How much would that be? $500 times 0.03 would be $15 per grid. Guys, we're gonna do it. I already have the ETH grid bot set though. I can only do one grid bot. Maybe I just take it then as a scalp. Like that. 1-to-1. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait then. So right now my grid bot is on ETH. I don't mind holding some ETH in the portfolio. So my grid bot is pretty much a way that I'm holding ETH. And so let's just double check that. So we have alerts for a few trades here on Atom, XRP. Did we have one on Tron? No. This was the Tron swing trade I already took though. TP1, TP2. Really nice. Look at that. 4R on TP2, 2R on TP1. So, but we did have levels on XRP, right? Yeah, down here. Otherwise, right here, if Bitcoin shows strength. So maybe I'll leave Bitcoin on my computer here. If Bitcoin breaks out here, I might take that XRP trade. Actually, it's making some moves here. Yeah, if we get this clean breakout here, I might hop in some XRP. Or no, what was it? Not XRP, was it Tron? Am I crazy? Looking for the chart. Oh, it's because I'm on the 1 hour time frame. I didn't even recognize it. Okay, daily. There it is. That's the trade. Okay. It's because I was on the hourly chart. It didn't show up. So that's my idea right now, even though this is like the death position. So maybe I just wouldn't take it, or maybe I would take more at TP1 or 2. But I just don't like this. Bitcoin would have to be looking strong, and I have to just jump right in here. On the hourly, we can see it's kind of doing the same thing Bitcoin did, breaking. Well, Bitcoin already broke out and faked out, but yeah. So actually, no. Right now, Bitcoin's pushing up here. XRP already broke out. So if Bitcoin keeps breaking out, then I could expect XRP to make this move. So I don't mind that TP1, but TP. Oh no, this is a different TP. TP1 was up here. So yeah, maybe actually I take it as a day trade on the lower time frame. Otherwise, on the daily, it would look like this, which I like that better. So guys, that's gonna be it. I got my alert set. I'm gonna watch for the trades, and I'm gonna, you know, everything I'm doing on these accounts are on air, so you can always go back on the channel and see everything I've done and verify it or whatever. Up 25% right now with minimal hands-on trading, mostly just letting everything play out. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it how it is right now. I didn't alter anything right now. I'm holding a little bit of Bitcoin in the portfolio, so actually I'm going to set an alert down here, and I'll think about closing that position because there is currently no stop loss, but it's not very many holdings, right? I'm in $2,700, more than half of my account in USDT, and I'm going to use what I have on right now to kind of track the progress, to track what the market's doing. If my portfolio is going down, I know Bitcoin's going down here, so main holdings right now are Bitcoin, ETH, and XRP. So guys, that's going to be it. I will see you next time, or on the futures channel on Sunday night or Monday morning, let's say. I haven't been doing Asia session I've been using to study the new strats and try to make some progress. So, wow, look at all these alerts set. Do I really want 2 of them here? Yeah, I do. Okay. I'm going to keep an alert here because if Bitcoin's pushing, I'm going to be looking for an alt trade. Otherwise, I want buys down here. And I'm not going to add too heavy here. Just take some altcoin. Try to do some day trades, but maybe short swing trades. So, yep, that's it, guys. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Shout out Session Flow and 10,000 views for joining. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with me while we do a little Friday night crypto trading. If there's anything you guys want to see, I'm totally open. So hit me up. Any recommendations, you can always comment on the stream. If there's something you're curious about that I said or did, or something you want a video on or whatever, I'm very open. So yeah, thanks again, guys. If you wanted to try 3commas, links in the description. That's what I'm using to manage my portfolio. I've used them for a very long time, and boom. That is it, guys. All right, take it easy. Peace out. I don't have any music queued up, but next time, guys, we'll get the music going. All right. Oh, wait. Here we go. Oh, no. Okay, I thought I saw a chat. All right, guys, good night. See ya. Bye.